That's exciting. Now, Ian, when you mentioned that this 8-part series was basically shot over a period of 4 weeks, maybe 18 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that blew my mind because I know a little bit
Yeah.
about how these things play out. So talk to me about how you managed to do that. And I guess you'd have to touch on the strength of the partnership between you and Trevon
Yeah.
Patton. Talk to
Absolutely.
me about
Well,
that.
you know, it helps that you have someone who's a complete workaholic and who has absolutely no life. No, look, as a professor too, obviously it would help that we were doing it in the month of July, so I'm not teaching first of all, so I have
So you have time.
the freedom, and of course, you know, you have to. A lot of things have to line up just right in order for you to pull something like that off. The other good thing is that I think we benefited from like 3 holiday weekends during the time of the shoot. You know, so a lot of things. Basically, like I said, we had about 100 scenes, and we had some 10-hour days, some 14-hour days, and some days we shot 5 days a week, some days only 3, but we kind of focused on certain locations, and we shot everything that had to be done in that location. And the actors, the biggest challenge was making sure we found out what people's schedules were like when they were working, when they were traveling, that sort of thing, so we could plug them in. And so a lot of credit goes to people like Aaron Knowles and Tony Francis and Felicia Roll, who also helped us. But it was a huge coordinating challenge, I have to admit. I mean, I didn't know I could be that organized, and I don't think I was as organized as I should have been. But Facebook actually was a huge, I'm going to plug Facebook now, it was a huge resource.
Okay.
Because everybody knew to go to Facebook, check it out before they go to sleep at night, to find out where we were shooting, where we were meeting, what time, what to wear.
Okay.
What scenes we were shooting. We just published like a huge schedule, and we color coded it so people knew what day, what color. So you know, the geek in us paid off a little bit. So it was a huge organizational challenge, and of course you had to have actors who were actually 100% committed and wanted to be there, because if you have 2 of the 3 actors, you can't shoot a scene. You need everybody there, and I have to give credit to this cast. They came out. They were there.
They wanted it.
They really wanted it. They
Yeah.
really, really, really wanted this.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just hugely inspiring. They really wanted it, and they gave good performances.
People are still talking about the Fergusons of Farm Road, like you say, 30 plus years later. What kind of impact do you anticipate Gippie's Kingdom will have on our society?
I don't know. But I can say this, that we are trying to represent the Bahamian life. We're trying to represent, I tried to represent the issues that we face as a society today, and tried to represent it in a way that people of different walks of life could relate to it. I tried to deal with issues of class. I tried to deal with the ethnic conflicts in our country between Bahamians and Haitian Bahamians. I tried to deal with issues of crime and the complex issues of justice in our country. I try to deal with relationships, with marriage. I mean, you know, I couldn't have written this 10 years ago. I had to become a parent and a husband to be able to tell these stories. And so I think that based on what the actors say, they see their own lives in it, and I'm hoping that Bahamians will see their own lives in it and relate to it in that way. And so my hope would be that we would become a part of the national story of what it means to be Bahamian. Like when I was growing up, you know, so the songs of Eddie Minnis and Pat Raming and Exuma Obiman, that's a part of what makes me a Bahamian. I'm hoping that for a generation, I'm hoping that 30 years from now, people will be telling their children about Gippie's Kingdom. I mean, I hope that's not arrogant, but I just think that if we did what we did well, that would be the case. And my goal was to write a show that would make people laugh, make people cry, make people scared, make people angry. If I could touch you in all those different ways,
Yes.
then I think we would have created a great work of art.
I'm excited. The future looks good for us as far as the arts.
I have to admit, working with Trevon, I actually had the opportunity to teach him at the college, but meeting him in this sphere professionally and meeting the young men who work along with them at Farm Studios, or meeting Ken and meeting others these young men, in their 20s, extremely talented young people who are taking advantage of the technological advances that we've had in the last, 10, 15 years. When I was their age, this was impossible. And what we are able to do now it's just amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
The digital technology and what we're able to do. And so I think, yes, we are headed in a good direction. I know that other people are trying to make, or are in various stages of making TV shows, and so I know we're not alone.
Yes, yes.
And that's fantastic. That's wonderful. I mean, that's what I want to see. I want to see Bahamian television occupied by Bahamians, not occupied by old, outdated American TV shows or Australian or British TV shows. They have their place.
Yes, they do.
But we need to make our own statement too.
Marblehead Films.
Yes.
People used to call you Marblehead.
My mother.
Wow.
My mother called me Marblehead. Yeah, that's where that comes from.
What's the vision of Marblehead Films? What do you want to bring to us?
Well, honestly, like I was saying earlier, those of us in the world who are not of a certain color and of a certain nationality, we have to tell our own stories.
We do.
We're not the stars. We're not gonna be in high demand in Hollywood. There are one or two actors will be in vogue for a while, but Black American actors struggle to find work. And if you're from the Caribbean, you're from a small country with less than 250,000 people, you don't necessarily have a huge constituency. We have to tell our own stories, and we have to kind of be our own center, and then go out from there. And that's really what Marblehead was what my film company's the goal has been, is to tell Bahamian stories, because nobody else is going to tell them. Nobody else, and that's fine, but we have to do it well. So our goal, along with 1201, which is Trevon's company, our goal is just to tell the story, but not just so we can say we were the first. We actually want to be very good at it.
Yes.
We want it to be very good.
Yes.
We don't want Bahamians to say, boy, that's good, y'all do that, pat on the back. Yeah, that's good, that's good.
Yeah.
No, we want people to be like, well, wow, that was really good. And I believe that if it's really good, it isn't just the Bahamas that's going to be interested. It's going to be, the wider world.
Exactly. Anything else you want to add?
Yes, I just want to say that when 8 wheels meet 4 wheels, there's going to be trouble. So do your skating in a safe place. Skate away from the streets. Skate away from trouble. Now, what the devil was that? Back in, what year would that have been? 1980, 81. I was in junior high school at C.H. Reeves, and I was in a commercial, a public service announcement, warning people about skating in the streets.
Wow.
And that was the first time I made it on television.
Yes.
And after that, I think I did It's Academic. It's Academic for C.H. Reeves, yes. It's a long way from there. A long way from there. But I feel very, very grateful to be here. I feel blessed and humbled by everything that's happened, humbled by the sacrifices that all of these actors have made of their time, believing in me, believing in Trevon, believing in the story that we wanted to tell. And the actors did not know the story. None of the actors know what happens in all 8 episodes. They only have their scenes.
Wow.
So
they don't even really
So they don't know the story.
In its completion.
No, they don't know the story. That's an act of faith in itself. Anyway, to be a part of something, you don't even know what the devil is going on.
That's a different definition of faith, for sure.
So I'm very humbled by that. And I just feel very blessed and very grateful.
Yeah.
And it's really gone so much. It's so far exceeded what I would have hoped for when I sat down to write it. That I just don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm just happy, very happy to be here. Very happy to be at this moment where we're done shooting.
Yes.
And looking forward to the day when I am someplace in a public space and 2 people are having a conversation about Gippie's Kingdom, and they don't know that the writer director is standing next to them. Because I'm not in it, but I'm one of the people, one of the creators. That's going to be that's going to be a fantastic day.
Wow. Dr. Ian Strong, thank you. Thank you for writing. Thank you for your honesty, which is, I believe, always just a part of whatever you bring to us. Continue. The work that you do is important. Gippie's Kingdom, comedy, drama, suspense, thriller, brought to you by Marblehead Films and 1201 Studios. It's going to be a history maker, and you're going to be a part of it because you're going to be tuning in. Thank you very much. Thanks.